Hi, it's Carmel Mooney again. Welcome, cheers, and I'm so glad you could come back to my California kitchen again today. This is about my 31st 30-second video, and so anyway, today I'm really excited to share with you my Carmel's, because that's me, Carmel's Killer Caramel Cream Cheese Bars. And these are really wonderful desserts that my whole family loves, and I'm sure yours will too. Before we get started, I just want to say really quickly, thank you so much, Paula, again. And thank you folks at Kraft Philadelphia Cream Cheese for this wonderful experience that we've all been just partaking in for the last 7 or 8 weeks. And I want to say that, you know, a few women in particular have been to me the unsung heroes in this whole thing. I mean, I have over 150 friends that are all wonderful gals from all over the United States that are just brimming with enthusiasm and talent. But a few gals in particular have just really been the unsung heroes in my opinion. And without you gals, I probably just wouldn't have the pep and the enthusiasm to keep going after so many videos, but you guys have just been wonderful. I want to say a special thank you to Debbie Wood. Debbie, you're amazing. You are a powerhouse of energy, enthusiasm, and talent. Also, Tressa Hargrove, you really know how to be a cheerleader. I mean, you have been such a supportive person to so many of us, and you really deserve a lot of encouragement, support, and appreciation yourself. Also, Roberta Bonney, you are one lady full of talent, and you're amazing, and I just wish you all the best through this whole competition and after. And also Jan Edie. Jan, you are a lady with a remarkable, unforgettable smile and just so much enthusiasm and appreciation for everybody. I mean, you just really show from the heart how much you appreciate all of us together as a group, synergistically all putting our effort and our talent together, and it shows. So thank you very much. Also, Diane Harkett, I just want to say, you know, Diane, you have been a really wonderful lady to get to know. I mean, you have had a lot of different challenges and things going on in your life, and yet you keep rising to the occasion with amazing, just remarkable videos every week, and you keep giving everybody the support that, you know, more support than we probably could even imagine. I mean, you've been like a true sister and a real friend to all of us, and if anybody deserves to go to Savannah, you do. And also, Kim Wiley. Kim, you're great, you're fun, you bubble over with enthusiasm and excitement and just a true spirit of camaraderie. And so, anyway, all the gals who've become my friends, and I consider you all sisters actually, I call them all of you. I say to my husband, my sisters of Philly have written me again today, but you gals in particular I just mentioned, I just had to say a special thank you to all of you. So we are going to mix a few ingredients together to get started here to make our crust, and then we're going to press it into a 9x9 baking pan, and then we are going to put the delicious cream cheese and Heath bar filling on top, and then cover that with a caramel sauce. That's where the hot caramel cream cheese sauce comes in. Oh my goodness, it's going to be so delicious. Alright, let's get started. Okay, our very first step is to take 3/4 of a cup of softened butter, put it here in our mixing bowl, and then to that we are going to add half of a cup of sugar. And I have a whole cup here, but we're only going to add half of this because we're going to reserve the other half of a cup for that wonderful cream cheese filling. And then we are going to take, let's see, about 1.5 to 2 teaspoons, somewhere in there, of vanilla extract, and add that to our bowl. I'm going to cream this a little bit, and then I'm going to add that flour. Okay, so that butter's almost creamed up enough that I can add the flour now. Alright, and then we have a, let's see, a cup and a half of all-purpose flour. So I'm going to add that here. And you can just add the whole thing at once, not a problem. And then we're going to just let that mix for a moment, and I'm going to take a sip of my sweet tea. You gals probably know from my other videos that sweet tea is one of my favorite things, and I just love the way in the South they say sweet or unsweet. I love it so much that when I go to the South on business trips, as soon as I get to the South and can order some sweet tea, I always get a picture of me drinking some and I send it back to my husband and kids, and so I say, hey, mom's arrived, I'm drinking my sweet tea. But I just think it's kind of lame how in California they just say tea. But you get that sweet or unsweet when you're in the South, and that always makes me know that I've arrived. So I hope to be drinking some sweet tea with all you gals in Savannah this summer. Alright, this is almost ready. And then we're going to press it into this pan. That looks just about perfect. Okay, So now we are going to take this out and we're going to press this dough. It's kind of like a crust here. We're going to put it in the bottom of our pan. And I did, just so you know, I did spray the pan with a little bit of non-stick cooking spray, just a little bit on the bottom and the sides. Even though there's butter in this crust, or this dough, whatever you want to call it, I just want to make sure that it doesn't stick, because I'm going to put that wonderful cream cheese topping on here in a little while, and I don't want any of it to stick to that pan. So I'm pressing this down kind of evenly all over in the pan here, and it is just about perfect. So I'm going, since I take my own videos, because we have 5 kids and some of them are in college and some are in school, and the youngest one is severely handicapped. So my husband is gone all day, bless his heart. He leaves about 5 or 6 in the morning, gets home about 6 or 7 at night. So I am pretty much on my own for these videos. So I take my own, I kind of have to stop and start a little bit to give you guys close-ups, but hopefully you'll bear with me on that. So I'm going to stop for a second here and give you a close-up so you can see what this crust looks like. Okay, here's a close-up of our crust, and I'm going to put this in a 375-degree oven for about 15 minutes until it's lightly brown, and then we're going to start on that wonderful cream cheese filling. All right, now that we've got this beautiful golden brown crust, I'm going to cut up about 1/2 cup of Heath bars, and I've got the little miniature ones here, but you could use any size that's available at your local grocery store. All right, that looks perfect. Okay, so we're going to put our 16 ounces of softened Kraft Philadelphia cream cheese in our mixing bowl. And then we're going to take that other reserved 1/2 cup of sugar, because we already used the first 1/2 cup in this crust. And we're going to add that sugar. And then about, probably 1.5 to 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And then we're going to add our 2 eggs. And one more egg here. And last but not least, we want to put our crunched up, coarsely chopped Heath bars in the mix. And that is what makes it so delicious, that with that cream cheese. Okay, so now we're going to put this in the mixer here. And we're going to blend this together. Then we're going to pour this on top of that lovely crust. It only takes a moment here to blend it, because since the cream cheese is already soft, it's just about done already. Okay, so now that is done. Okay, now we pour this delicious topping on top of the crust. And I don't want to waste a drop of it, because this stuff is the bomb. It is so rich and chocolatey and caramely, and oh my goodness. It is fabulous. So I'm just going to spread that around a little bit there on the top of the crust. Oh my goodness. It's so good. And then we're going to take some caramel syrup, and we're just going to kind of do a little design over the top. There we go. And that is it. So now I'm going to pop this in a 375-degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. Probably about 20 minutes. It kind of depends. And we're going to be ready for a treat. There once was a gal with some wishes, so she created some cream cheese dessert dishes. Her culinary delights brought Savannah in sight, because her caramel cream cheese bars were delicious. Hey Paula, thanks for all the wonderful things you taught all of us gals. I have learned so much from you, and I even took your advice and went out to my garden today and picked a bunch of pretty flowers like you suggested that we do to garnish our dishes. And I just thank all of you for such a wonderful experience. I hope you enjoy my killer caramel cream cheese bars. So until next time, just remember, do everything in good taste.